Welcome to the Leaders Insights podcast. Today's episode, AI agents in the enterprise, what breaks before it works. Most AI agent projects fail quietly, not with a bang, but with a slow erosion of trust until someone pulls the plug. What's actually breaking?
The most common failure isn't the model, it's the handoff. Agents need to call APIs, read databases, trigger workflows, and enterprise environments were never built for that. You've got legacy systems with inconsistent data schemas, authentication layers that weren't designed for machine-to-machine calls, and IT governance that moves slower than the pilot timeline.
Give me a concrete example of where that friction showed up.
A major European insurer, publicly discussed in Gartner's Q1 2026 advisory, deployed a claims processing agent that performed beautifully in staging. In production, it hit a policy database that returned slightly different field names depending on which regional server responded. The agent started hallucinating claim statuses, not because the model was bad, but because nobody had audited data consistency before deployment.
So the model gets blamed for an infrastructure problem.
Every time. And that misdiagnosis is expensive, because the fix isn't retraining the model. It's data governance work that should have happened in week 2 of the project, not week 14.
What about the orchestration layer? A lot of vendors are selling that as the solved problem right now.
It's partially solved. Frameworks like LangGraph and Microsoft's AutoGen have matured considerably through 2025 and into 2026. But orchestration assumes your agent knows when to stop, when to escalate, and when it's operating outside its competence boundary. Most deployments skip that logic entirely. You end up with an agent that confidently completes the wrong task instead of flagging uncertainty.
That sounds like an alignment problem dressed up as a technical one.
It's both. The technical side is building explicit confidence thresholds and escalation paths. The alignment side is deciding, as an organization, what decisions an agent is actually authorized to make autonomously versus what requires a human in the loop. Most companies haven't had that governance conversation before they deploy.
Where does accountability sit when an agent makes a costly mistake? IT, the business unit, the vendor?
Right now, it sits nowhere clearly, and that's a legal exposure. We're seeing enterprises in regulated industries, finance, pharma, healthcare, starting to require what's being called an agent responsibility matrix before any production deployment. Who owns the output? Who reviews edge cases? Who gets paged at 2 a.m.?
And vendors are not providing that out of the box.
No vendor ships accountability. They ship capability. The accountability structure is entirely on the enterprise to define.
If a senior executive is listening to this and has an agent pilot running right now, what's the one thing they should do this week?
Map every system your agent touches and ask whether that system was designed to be written to by a machine. If the answer is no, or if nobody knows, stop the pilot until you've answered that question. That single audit prevents the majority of production failures I see in 2026.
To go further, Leaders Insights offers strategic training programs, diagnostic tools, and an executive self-assessment designed for CMOs, CDOs, CFOs, and leaders aiming for board-level performance. Explore everything at mba-training.com. Thank you for listening to the Leaders Insights podcast. See you tomorrow for another episode.